Hi guys, it's Julie Christina, and today I'm going to review the new JUVIA'S foundation and concealers. You guys, this has been the internet craze for the past few weeks. I know I have been stalking their page every day just to find out as much information as I can about these products. They did release the products online. It was supposed to release on the 20th. They did release it the day before on the 19th, and I actually purchased my products on the 19th. However, on the 19th, they did not have a lot of information. They just listed palettes in the name, but they didn't have the shade finder. They didn't have a description of what each foundation, the undertones and stuff. They did not list any of that. So I basically winged it. I went on YouTube, I searched for videos. There was only 4 videos up on the 19th, and only one was in my shade range. So based on the swatches that she did, that's how I pick my foundations. I don't know if it's gonna work, but we're gonna try. I picked out 2 foundations and 2 concealers. The foundations that I have is Burkina and Kampala, 310 and 340. And I also have 2 of the concealers, and I have them in concealer 12 and concealer 10. I also pick up the Nubian 3 coral palette. To me, it all goes together in this collection with the coral color, so I said let me just go ahead and pick this up. So I am going to be doing my eyes, and this is the actual palette. And one thing that I will say about this palette, and from my other JUVIA'S palettes, is that it doesn't list the names of the colors, and I kind of like that. So I'm kind of missing that part off this palette. This is Burkina, and this is Kampala. Burkina, Kampala. They both looks a little light, I would say. So let me see if I can blend this out. And I do have hyperpigmentation around this area. And this is Kampala. I don't know. Burkina looks more like my skin tone than Kampala. So we're gonna go with Burkina. Okay guys, I finished my eyes. Well, partially finished. I'll finish the rest once I do the foundation. So what I'm going to do to moisturize my face, I'm going to take my Neutrogena. I already put my Pond's moisturizer on. But because it's, you know, hot now, and I need to wear this all throughout the year, but I am going to take my Neutrogena Hydra Boost City Shield. This is a sunscreen, and I'm going to wear this under my makeup, and it also hydrates the skin. I love this stuff. So I'm going to double up on my moisturizer, and I'm also going to use a moisturizing primer. I'm going to take my Milk Hydro Grip Primer, if I can get that out. Y'all, it's early in the morning. I'm trying to do all of this before I go to work. I use 2 squirts of this, and I absolutely love this primer. It hydrates the skin, and also I love the feel of it on the skin, and the foundation just attaches to it, and it basically lasts all day long. So that is definitely a must-have for me, is that primer. If you haven't tried it, you have to try it. Okay guys, I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to use Burkina, and they said a little bit goes a long way, so I'm basically going to take that much, it's just a dot, That is it. And I'm going to dot this all over my face. I'm going to see how this color looks on me. Wow, that little small dot really did go over my face. Okay, and what I like to blend my foundation out with is the Instapop, the Real Techniques Instapop brush. This is the, let me tell you, this brush right here changed my foundation game. I do like using a sponge, but this right here is my go-to. And what I like to do is just dab this into the skin as so. From what I see, Burkina is a pretty good match. It's a pretty good match. I'm going to go around my mouth with a little bit more because I do have hyperpigmentation around the mouth area. So just with a teeny bit more. This foundation is gorgeous, and to say that I used that tiny bit, and this is basically, oh my gosh, the coverage of this is awesome. And it doesn't feel like I have nothing on, and it doesn't really have a scent to it either, which I like, because some people do not like scented stuff. Me, it doesn't really bother me, but this foundation, it doesn't really smell like any, it smells like foundation. Y'all see that? That is a gorgeous foundation, and I think it matches. On the viewfinder, it looks a little bit red, but I'm okay with that because in person, I'm getting like it matches really good. But on my PC, it's like on my laptop, it's like a perfect match. So let me zoom back in. Let's get back closer, and I'm going to go ahead and do my under eyes. For the under eyes, I think I'm gonna do a subtle under eye, so I'm gonna go with 12 because if I'm not mistaken, I'm gonna go in with 12, and let me see how. I love this is a big concealer too. This is a doe foot applicator, and you're getting 0.34 ounces of this. So I really do like this. I really like this. This is very creamy. Let me see how does it blend out. And I use my beauty blender on this, and then I go around it with my foundation brush just to make sure everything blends out. I'm just gonna go around the edges and make sure it blends out. You guys, this is gorgeous. I don't know if you are picking up what I'm picking up, but this is gorgeous. Okay, I'm going to go ahead and set my under eye with my usual, my Huda Beauty setting powder. This is in the color Blondie. So I dap it on here, dap excess on there, and I'm gonna just go under the eyes. I'm not going to bake or anything. I'm gonna just go ahead and just blend it out under the eyes. I'm going to do the same thing on the other side. Okay guys, this is the finished look. I'm running late for work, so I really need to get out the door. I did change my lipstick from the pink print, and I used the Mary Kay Color Me Coral lipstick. It's more like a It's a very moisturizing lipstick. I'm used to using MAC. I don't use this lipstick too much, but it did go with the coral theme. It did go with the coral theme. Again, I am going to do a wear test. I am going to wear this makeup throughout today. I'm going to take video footage on my phone just to see how it holds up. I applied this makeup like I apply all my makeup, so we'll see if it cracks or anything like that. You guys, this is definitely a beautiful foundation. And the little bit I use, I still got full coverage. Like, I can barely see any of my freckles peeking through, just a little bit of freckles peeking through, and that is about it. But just one, but that one always peeked through. But you guys, this is the look. You guys, this foundation is gorgeous. So I'll be back to you tonight with my final review. I know that I have to go to work, and after work I have Bible study. So when I'm done with all of that, I will come back with my final review with no touch-ups. So we'll let you know how this Juvia's Place I Am Magic foundation stands up. Bye. Hi guys, okay, this is my 1 p.m. check-in. I applied this weight makeup this morning between the hours of 6 and 7 a.m. and this is how this makeup is looking now. It's a very beautiful finish. It says that it is a soft matte, and that's exactly what I'm getting. Usually I have a lot of creasing right here, and I don't have a lot of creasing in that area. I am seeing a little creasing under the eyes, but maybe that's how, you know, I always get that because I do have lines under there. So that's normal with everything that I use. But the overall finish of this is just gorgeous, and the longevity of it, it is just absolutely beautiful. So again, this is my 1 p.m. check-in, and I will be back, I'll say around 4, check-in again around 4, and then I'll give you guys my final review. Hi guys, I'm back with my final review of this makeup. As you can see, it is 8:26. I applied this makeup between 6 and 7 a.m. this morning. So as of now, I've actually had this makeup on for 14 hours. And you guys, like, I've been through it today. Like, this makeup, let me tell you, where I live, the weather read 99 degrees today. Not only did it read 99 degrees, our humidity was high. So if the temperature was 99, you add some more degrees on top of that, and that'll give you the true temperature of how it felt outside. So we was definitely in the 100 range today. It was hot, and I was outside in the midst of it. And I wanted to go out just to see how this makeup will withstand the heat, to see if this is a foundation that I can actually wear in hot weather. So I went out on break, and I was out and about in the heat, and it was hot. Even when I got in my vehicle, I could barely breathe because the humidity was just so suffocating. So I had this makeup on all day. After work, I actually went out in the stores, was walking from store to store, and I actually went to Bible study. And in Bible study, I even worship, and in worship, I had tears falling down, and I only had a paper towel, a hard paper towel, to actually wipe my face with the tears. And I just dab under the eyes, and the rest of the tears, I just let them flow, because sometimes, you know, I just let it flow. And you probably can see a streak here of a tear. I can see it in my mirror, but I didn't touch that up or anything, because I said that I was not going to touch up this makeup at all today, and I didn't. So what you see is what I applied since between 6-7 o'clock this morning. And I will say I'm very impressed. To say this foundation is only $20, it did what it said it was going to do. They do have 42 shades, and basically what they're saying is that it is inspired for long-lasting all-day wearability, and it did just that in 100-degree weather. This foundation is only $20, and to be honest with you, the most expensive foundation that I own personally is like $49, and it's the NARS Sheer Glow. And I compare this, like, that's up there. Like, this foundation is definitely in my top 3 foundations, and that is a lot to say this is the most inexpensive foundation that I have personally for myself. And a little bit goes a long way, and I know in this tube it's gonna last me longer than anything, because I mean, y'all saw the little bit that I used and it actually gave me full coverage, and if I would apply more, it would have given me like extra full coverage. So I really do appreciate this foundation and what it's done. I give it 2 thumbs up. It lasts in the humidity, you guys. Oh my gosh, it was so hot today. It was so, I mean, suffocating hot. Like, I can feel the sweat beads popping up on my face, but I couldn't wipe because I said I wasn't going to blot. I wasn't going to do anything. And you probably can see right here where the makeup is missing, and that's only because I had on my shades and I was sweating. So what I'm going to do now is I'm going to zoom in. I'm going to zoom in so you guys can get an up close on how this makeup looks. I have smile lines, and that's one area that I was concerned about. But to be honest with you, to say that I've had this makeup on for 14 hours and this makeup still looks like this, like, I mean, it's worth it. Of course, I have creasing under the eyes, but I always have creasing under the eyes. Plus, it's probably even worse from when I checked in with you guys at 1 o'clock, because again, I was at Bible study and I was crying, so it's probably even worse now. But like my smile lines and everything, I think it did good. It's not settled. It settled in a little bit, but you don't see the separation in the foundation, and that's what I appreciate about this foundation. So if you're looking for an inexpensive foundation, get this foundation. You won't be disappointed. I just want you to know, I hope I answered all the questions that you guys probably wondered about this foundation lasting in hot weather. If you have any other questions, please leave it in the comment box below, and I will reply back. That's one thing about me. Maybe not right away, but I'll reply back as soon as possible. Please thumbs up, and if you have not subscribed to my channel, please subscribe to my channel. Again, you guys, thank you for watching.